Closing discussions could continue. Milwaukee Public Schools have a long road to recovery based on the first of two audits commissioned by Governor Tony Evers.
Senior fellow in law and public policy at Marquette University, Alan Borsuk tells WTMJ what stands out to him the most.
How badly the central system has been run. And that's something I think everyone kind of thought, but no one really focused on it.
And that's where questions of incompetency came in.
They interviewed people who were in central office who talked about nepotism, jobs routinely being filled by less competent people than others because they had friends.
A second audit will dive into MPS's instructional practices. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
More details now about the alleged abductor of a pregnant teenager.
Authorities say 16-year-old Sophia Franklin of Beaver Dam is 3 months pregnant and missing after she was groomed by the 40-year-old father of her unborn child, Gary Day. They're believed to be headed to Arkansas, where Day is from, and the age of consent there is 16.
We went to Wisconsin and picked her up, and they had researched the laws in the states between us and thought that they were okay.
That's Lono County, Arkansas Sheriff John Staley, who says Day was convicted of breaking the bone of his 4-month-old son and was out on probation. He also recently divorced a 19-year-old.
He's a predator. He's preying on these young girls. It's horrible.
Julia Fellow, WTMJ News.
For a full description of missing Sophia Franklin, text Amber to our Sonny Unlimited talk and text line. That's 855-616-1620. Representing the United States at the annual Munich Security Conference that focuses on Europe, Vice President J.D. Vance blasted many of the other nations involved for their social policies. BBC Europe's Paul Moss has details.
No one saw this coming. Diplomatic niceties were cast aside as J.D. Vance castigated European governments on a range of issues. Too many unvetted immigrants were being allowed in, he said. And he claimed that free speech was being stifled across the continent because of rules which allowed social media to delete posts which incite hatred.
Vance also met with Ukraine's president about President Trump's plan to end the war in Ukraine. 2 rounds of snow for your Valentine's weekend. Oh, yes. Phase 1 of the snow starts around 6 tonight and finishes around 11. WTMJ meteorologist Craig Copleen tells WTMJ how much snow we can expect tonight.
2 to 5 inches in phase 1, all sort of coming down in that 5-hour period. And in fact, during that 5-hour period, it may snow quite heavily. You may have some travel trouble this evening with potentially heavy snow for that 5-hour window.
Then we get a break before the snow picks up again tomorrow morning. Your complete WTMJ 5-day forecast coming up in just minutes. Right now, though, let's check out your money in the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. It's a mixed bag on Wall Street on this Friday, at least for now. The Dow is down 76 points to 44,635. S&P 500 and NASDAQ are up, though. S&P 500 is up almost 7 points to 6,121. NASDAQ is up 60 points to 20,006. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 1:04.
Hi, folks. This is Hank Albert, owner of BBC Lighting. At BBC, we sell all the top brands of lights and ceiling fans, such as Visual Comfort, Tech, Schoenbeck Crystal, and hundreds more. We get every brand, and our prices are the lowest. I guarantee it. In our award-winning showroom, you'll also find factory closeouts with lights and fans priced well below their original cost. If it's lampshades or repairs you need, we do all that too. There's something for everyone at BBC, including fun for the kids and our famous free popcorn. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 10 to 4, and located at 20th and St. Paul Avenue, across from Sobelman's, near the Potawatomi Casino. Stay safe and healthy, my friends.
I'm WTMJ's Sandy Max. What makes living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Lark.
I love the location, and that's the main reason Dave and I are there, is because of nature all around us. I knew when we moved in, I was leaving behind a lot of stress and responsibility. I decided now is the time to do what I want when I want to do it.
Schedule a tour today at threepillars.org.
Just like most cars and trucks can't run without oil, no person can function without food. That's why through March 1st, the Auto Dealers of Metro Milwaukee is contributing $1 from every oil change to Feeding America, Eastern Wisconsin. Every dollar provides 3 healthy meals. Over the past 14 years, Adam has provided more than 2.6 million meals to people in southeast Wisconsin. And now, the need is greater than ever. Find a participating Adam dealer near you at adamm.com.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. On day one of spring training for pitchers and catchers, Brewers manager Pat Murphy says Freddie Peralta will be his opening day starter March 27th in New York against the Yankees.
He just told me that, like, hey, I just did this. I was like, it's not even the first day.
Cactus League season begins February 22nd against the Reds. It's All-Star Weekend in the NBA and a busy one for Bucks guard Damian Lillard. Dame will participate in Sunday's game and Saturday's three-point competition, looking for his 3rd consecutive win. And in college basketball, 16th-ranked Wisconsin visits 7th-ranked Purdue tomorrow. That's a noon tip. Badger Sports Updates sponsored by Signing Unlimited. Signing and a whole lot more. Checking out the roads right now with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time-saver traffic. We're not doing too bad. We do have one crash. That's the only one. Crash on the ramp from Barker Road to I-94 East out in the Brookfield area. Once again, if you're headed out that way, I do see the tow truck out there now, though. That's good news. Crash on the ramp from Barker Road to I-94 East. And here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. A winter weather advisory goes into effect at 6 o'clock tonight and runs until 6 tomorrow morning. That's for all of southeastern Wisconsin. Yes, we are getting ready for more snow. Snow, likely tonight, heavy early. Tonight's total's 2 to 4 inches. We have a low of 25 tonight. Tomorrow, occasional snow. We're looking at an additional 2 to 4 inches tomorrow. High of 33 tomorrow. Sunday, flurries, a few snow showers. It's going to be windy, high of 25. And then Monday and Tuesday, get ready for cold. Mostly sunny. That's going to be nice on Monday, but it's going to be very cold. We have a high of only 7 degrees, a high of only 9 degrees on Tuesday. It's currently 19 degrees in Mequon, 23 in Kenosha, and 21 here in downtown Milwaukee. I'm Jessica Ty. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 1:08.
65,498 square miles. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get to it. This is Spanning the State, and here are your hosts, Kristen Bry and Brian Noonan.
It is Friday. It is Valentine's Day. I'm Brian Noonan. Kristen is out. She's taking a little break. She'll be back with us on Tuesday, enjoying a couple days off and her Valentine's Day. But we will endeavor to keep Spinning the State going. We've got a lot to get to today. We're going to talk about how some people are trolling the president. I am going to agree with the president on something. I know if you have listened to this program, you're like, oh, this can't be right. It is. So we've got that. We're going to spin the state. We're going to talk to Russ Klitsch, the founder and president at Lakefront Brewing, because, listen, we've all heard about these proposed tariffs. We know they're coming, but now you're hitting close to home when you are threatening to impose a 25% tariff on aluminum and steel, the two things that local breweries need to get that beer to you. So we'll talk to Russ and do a lot more. And because it is Friday at the end of the program, yes, it is time for the Ha Ha Friday Fun Time Grandiloquent Game Show. Today, Fact or Foolishness. We're going to try it again. If you were with us a couple weeks ago, you know we had some technical difficulties during the game and did not get to play Fact or Foolishness, but we're going to do it today. But let's get started. You've been hearing the news all day during Jessica just talked about it. More snow coming to Milwaukee tomorrow. Yes, we're going to get another, I don't know, they're saying maybe 5-6 inches. Who knows? Some is coming later. Some is coming not. We're going to talk to Craig Copeline at 2:15 to give us all the details. But with that snow means that more people are going to have to try to get their cars out of their parking spots if their streets have been plowed. And I know no matter what, no matter how much snow we get, people always are concerned about their streets getting cleaned off. There's always complaints, oh, my side street never gets cleaned. My side street is always last. Who is doing this? Well, there was an interesting piece in the Journal Sentinel today. And listen, some of you may still be digging out from Monday. It wasn't, horrible, but your street might not be clean. If that's the case, you can always drop us a line on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620. That is my biggest beef, too, when it gets to be a couple days after a storm and your street is still not plowed. Now, and, it's the old, oh, hey, come on, we pay our taxes, we deserve this. It's a big job, and I'm not making any excuses for the Department of Public Works, but this is their goal, according to them. It's to clear the streets 18 to 24 hours after the end of a snowfall. Now, we are well past that. The routes that are plowed for the residential streets, there's a different pattern each year. It ensures, quote-unquote, fairness to the neighborhoods. That, again, is part of DPW. But if you're on a street that never seems to be plowed early, you're probably thinking, it doesn't quite ring true. So in case you didn't know, there's 7,000 lane miles in the city of Milwaukee. So, of course, the more snow there is, the longer it's going to take to get to every street, which makes sense until you're the person who can't get their car away from their curb because the street is still crowded. And I know if you have to shovel your car out, as Rhea had to do this morning, it is no fun because, yes, we complain about the plows not coming, and then we complain when the plows do come because they cover our car in the icy sludge that has been building up on the street for the last 18 to 24 hours, and then you have to get out there. So main arteries, always first. We know that. That's the way it goes. You get more traffic on those main streets, so you got to get the trucks out there early. And those are identified by the city. So, again, it makes sense. Now, again, the DPW is saying they don't play favorites. The city plows in a certain order one year and then goes in another order the next year. But that's the way it is looking for now. So just get ready. And I know a lot of us have the weekend off, so maybe you'll be parking your car and leaving it. Just be cognizant of the fact if you live in a snow route and you have to move your car to make sure it gets plowed, do that. Make sure you can get your car out. And if I can sound like your dad or a father figure for just a minute, make sure you have enough gas in your car because it's going to get crazy. And make sure you have washer fluid because, you're going to get stuff splashed on your window. And may I voice a pet peeve? And I know this pet peeve is shared by a lot of you. It is the people, and I'll call them lazy, I will, who don't clear off their back window and try to drive with a complete blind spot. And they willy-nilly, just they don't know that the lanes are still there after a snowstorm. They'll just weave and bob without any ability to see out the back. I implore you, please, as the Philadelphia mayor said before the Eagles' victory party, do it for me. Clean off your back window and all your windows. You can't see through a tiny slot. Your car is not a speakeasy, so make sure you're not trying to peek out a little thing and go, well, I can see straight ahead of me, and pretend that the rest of the world, the other 300 and, I don't know, let's say 40 degrees around you, are invisible. That's just a favor. It didn't work out for the mayor of Philadelphia. People still were climbing up lamp poles and kicking over stoplights. But maybe you'll grant me that. When we come back, this has been fun for me all week. Watching some trolling going on of the administration due to not one of their economic policies, but a little something different. I'll explain, and maybe you'll get a little laugh, too, on Spanning the State.
So close you can smell the rubber on their shoes. Okay, maybe not that close, but as close as you can get. Bucks Insiders on Wisconsin's Midday News with Greg Matzik and Jessica Ty.
Here's a pass inside to Giannis. Giannis guides it through as he took the feed from Lillard, his second assist to Giannis.
It's Bucks Insiders every Thursday at 12:35. Sponsored by Best Electric and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
911, what's your emergency? My kitchen is killing me. My kitchen. It's awful. I'm literally dying. I hate it so much.
It's okay, ma'am. I have NARI officers en route. They will transport you directly to the NARI Home Show to find a remodeler.
NARI?
Yes, NARI. NARI members are the best in the industry. They will save you.
Hire a pro, not a cop. See us at the Home Show, February 14th through 16th at State Fair Park. Tickets at NARIMilwaukee.org.
You take it on the run, baby. If that's the way you want it, baby, then I don't want you it right.
Oh, man. Is it going to be all Old Man Classic Rock today for Valentine's Day? I don't know. There's a lot of classic rock love songs that we could drop in.
I might have some in my back pocket.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. It is Spanning the State. Kristen is off this weekend, enjoying herself. She'll be back on Tuesday. All right, let's start with the fact, and this is a fact. I'm not throwing shade. The administration has offered or said that they want to buy Greenland. The U.S. wants to buy Greenland. They want to take it over. They want to use it for a strategic base. Now, Denmark, who controls Greenland, is saying, no, that's not going to happen. The other day, a Republican congressman from Georgia, and I have friends who live in Georgia. Everybody in Georgia is not a wackadoodle, but this guy may be a little out there. Earl Buddy Carter. If your middle name is Buddy, we got to watch out for you. But he put a bill, introduced it to the House of Representatives, that would give a new name to Greenland as the president continues his effort to purchase the island. Now, we're renaming everything. We're renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. We're changing the name of Denali back to its original name of Mount McKinley. We got to change a lot. But Buddy wants to name Greenland Red, White, and Blue Land. And the bill is named Red, White, and Blue Land Act of 2025. It's a real thing. I wish I was making this up, but in early 2025, truth is stranger than fiction, my friends. He wants to rename Greenland to the more colorful Red, White, and Blue Land. I hate to break it to a sitting U.S. congressperson. We can't just rename somebody else's country. That's not how it works. It'd be like if my neighbors had a pool, and I thought, you know what? This pool, I could use this pool for strategic purposes. And I just renamed it my pool and decided I was going to take it over. That's, in simple terms, that's what is being proposed. We're just going to take it over. But that aside, because that's common sense, and we can't always use that common sense. We're going to set that aside for a minute. But this act, again, the Red, White, and Blue Land Act of 2025, is going to direct the new Interior Secretary, Doug Burgum, to oversee the change and implement it on official documentation and maps to refer to Greenland by the updated name. AP is probably just shrugging their shoulders, going, boy, if we were in trouble over the Gulf of America, just wait till we don't put Red, White, and Blue Land on our maps or refer to anything like Red, White, and Blue Land. So that's coming from the Republican side of the aisle, and it's another crazy little thing, and it's not going to go anywhere, but, it's fun to talk about. But then on the other side, there's some trolling going on. I would say it's good-natured, but we know it's not. It's being snarky, and one could say petty, but I'm there for it. I'm all in on snark and pettiness. Those were my two former partners when we had a morning show. Noonan, snark, and pettiness. It was unbelievable, but we got canceled. But anyway, you may have heard of the governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker. Well, he tossed a little bit of shade at the president in a parody video. He issued a proclamation, and then, Wisconsin, he came after one of our own. Here is what J.B. Pritzker had to say in his parody video.
The world's finest geographers, experts who study the Earth's natural environment, have concluded a decades-long council and determined that a Great Lake deserves to be named after a great state. So today, I'm issuing a proclamation declaring that hereinafter, Lake Michigan shall be known as Lake Illinois. The proclamation has been forwarded to Google to ensure the world's maps reflect this momentous change. In addition, the recent announcement that to protect the homeland, the United States will be purchasing Greenland, Illinois will now be annexing Green Bay to protect itself against enemies, foreign and domestic. I've also instructed my team to work diligently to prepare for an important announcement next week regarding the Mississippi River. God bless America, and bear down. Thank you.
Wow. All right. Well, listen, David Crowley, the Milwaukee County executive, also put out a statement. He wanted to rename the lake Milwaukee. So we're gonna have to figure this out. But I know the annexation of Green Bay is not going to be without its critics. I know people in Wisconsin will not stand for it. But maybe, who knows? Why don't we just open our minds? Maybe Illinois needs Green Bay for strategic purposes. I have no problem with Packers fans and people from Green Bay coming into Illinois. Some of them may be there to cause shenanigans, and if the governor needs to annex it, well, I guess I'll be all for it. I don't know. I don't know how people in Wisconsin would deal with it, but they're not going to be happy. It would give Illinois the third oldest NFL franchise. They've already got the Bears, and now they'd have the Packers, and the whole thing would be wonderful. And last but not least, Denmark, who actually controls Greenland. They're dropping it in. They have. There's an online petition. It is getting some serious traction. It claims to be 100% real in our dreams. This is what it says. They make a case that they are going to buy California. Ever since Trump took the office in his second term, the president has ramped up rhetoric of the U.S. taking over the Arctic island, a semi-autonomous Danish territory, and they're saying they're going to buy it for the right price and that the president would be more than willing to part with a blue state, which overwhelmingly backed his opponent, Kamala Harris, in the 2024 presidential campaign. So who knows in the coming months and years where we'll be living, who will be controlling us, what we will have taken over. There's a lot. After this, I can't believe I'm going to say this, I agree with Donald Trump. Why? We'll tell you on Spanning the State.
Hey Bucks fans, it's Justin Garcia from the Bucks Radio Network, here to tell you about the launch of the Bucks Central podcast feed. Everything Bucks, on demand, in one spot. From sideline to sideline, hear all the ankle-breaking, rim-rattling, and twine-tingling highlights, exclusive interviews, and more. Subscribe to the Bucks Central podcast feed wherever you get your podcasts. All the Bucks content your heart desires in one spot. Check out the Bucks Central podcast feed.
Save on the best quality furniture and mattresses during the President's Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture. With major discounts from our premier suppliers, you will save big bucks on top brands like Bradenton Young, made in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Bradenton Young is known for its fine quality leather upholstery. Fjords brings you modern Scandinavian design recliners and sofas, ergonomically engineered for more hip and back support. Norwalk, with American roots that go back over 100 years, specializes in making furniture just for you. Choose the piece, style, fabric, or leather you want, and in just 35 days, we'll deliver your new sofa, chair, or sectional. In-stock or special orders are all sale priced. Need a little help putting it all together? At Ken Michaels Furniture, our design staff is ready to help you with your purchases, and it's free. Stop in today and save now during the President's Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Brian Noonan here for Milwaukee Weight Loss. It's really hard to believe. I've been on this weight loss journey for about 4 weeks. I've already lost 26 pounds. And more importantly, I am down 5 inches around my waist and an inch around my hips. Oh, I'm looking sassy. That's right. It's the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day. Now, this is a doctor-developed program. It's really easy to follow. It helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely. There's no drugs or injections with the risks of serious side effects. No prepackaged meals, bars, or shakes. You eat your own food, so you are in control of what you're putting in your body, and no exercise is required. The program helps reset your metabolism. I don't understand that part. I'm not a metabolic doctor. But it does it so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. The program costs about half as much and works twice as fast as most other programs. And if you're like me, the fast results are going to keep you working harder to keep getting to your goal. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. Look at me. I'm on my way to my goal. I'm feeling great. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. It is absolutely crazy watching your body lose a pound a day. Schedule your free consultation by calling 262-449-1180 or go online to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. Let's lose weight together. Results may vary.
It's like being trapped in a cage. And I know, that sounds dramatic, but your breathing triangle problem has got you trapped. And once you're freed, you're going to be able to live the life that you're missing out on. Now, this can simply mean experiencing the true pleasure of breathing freely. It will mean better sleep and more energy. And the worry of this problem anymore affecting your life is going to be gone. Because in almost every case, when Advent has solved a breathing triangle problem, it's a one and done. Because we're not in the business of delivering Band-Aids. We want to fix your nasal breathing problem for good. We don't want you to be a lifelong patient. We want you to be our next success story.
Isn't it time you break free from that cage? Take the next step. Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Breathe well with simple solutions. AdventKnows.com.
Results may vary. Most insurance accepted.
I know you have a great dog, right? But you know there's room for improvement. At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we can help. Our attention-based training system uses modern technology to help you better communicate with your dog, even in high distraction. When you schedule a free consultation with us, you will have the opportunity to see our training in action and meet for yourself our happy dogs off leash and under control. Contact Sit Means Sit today at 262-361-3641 or find us on the web at sitmeansitwaukesha.com to schedule your free consultation so you can have a happy, confident, and obedient dog.
Oh, the Bee Gees. I get a lot of complaints that all I do is criticize the president, and it's not all I do, but I do because he makes it so easy. But this time, and I can't believe it, I find myself in a quandary. I actually believe or back up one of the president's executive orders, and I'm for it. You may know that the president decided to do away with paper straws. He was trying to do it for the federal government because they spend a lot on straws. And I'm not the only one who agrees with this. There's actually experts that have come out and said, hey, paper straws are not all of that. So the president did. This is the only part of this I worried about. He said the paper straws explode. And that's scary. So I am behind him on this. So one of the people who backed this up is the CEO of Good Start Packaging, an eco-friendly, compostable food packaging company, who said, we agree that paper straws don't work and they're not a good solution. He says he's afraid that it's only setting it up to paper, plastic, but there's others. 75% of U.S. adults say they'll make at least one sacrifice for that. And paper straws are supposed to be less toxic? Not really. The advocacy manager for Plastic Pollution Coalition says through testing, no, paper straws from various manufacturers say they aren't as safe as some people might think. So there you go. If for those of you going, are you ever going to give him credit? There, he got it. ABC News local headlines.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Mass firings continuing at federal agencies, including the U.S. Nuclear Agency and health agencies. ABC News has confirmed more than 1,000 probationary employees at the CDC being told this afternoon they're out of a job. ABC's Rachel Scott has more.
The Trump administration taking its sweeping efforts to shrink the size of the federal workforce one step further, ordering agencies to lay off nearly all probationary employees, meaning those hired within the last 1 or 2 years, a move that could impact as many as 220,000 federal workers. At the Department of Veteran Affairs alone, more than 1,000 new workers were dismissed.
The White House says President Trump expected to sign an executive order that would strip schools of federal aid if they mandate COVID vaccines for students. Currently, no states require them, so the directive will be mostly symbolic. After 2 months of healthy gains, retail sales in the U.S. dropped nearly 1% in January from the previous month, that according to the Commerce Department. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 1:31. I'm Jessica Ty. No charges or citations requested for the school bus driver who hit and killed a 4K student in a school parking lot in Sussex. But the Waukesha County Sheriff's Office tells WTMJ the investigation is still underway against the driver and the death of 5-year-old Finn Katona. Katona was in the parking lot of Silver Spring Intermediate School on January 2nd, waiting to get on a shuttle bus to be taken to Willow Springs Learning Center. He fell off a curb and was hit. The Hamilton School District eliminated bus transfers after that tragic accident. All 4K students are now taken directly to the Learning Center. 4 teens now under arrest after a robbery at a school. Madison police responded to an armed robbery at Madison East High School on February 4th. A student had money stolen from him and was attacked. He was taken to the hospital for his injuries. Police have now arrested 2 15-year-olds and 2 16-year-olds. Police are still looking for 2 other teens who were involved. And bird flu confirmed in Milwaukee County. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources reports lab tests identified bird flu in a wild duck collected from Milwaukee County last week. The DNR has also received about 50 reports of sick or dead birds along the Lake Michigan shoreline in Milwaukee, Racine, and Kenosha counties. Bird flu has been detected in 6 counties at this point: Dane, St. Croix, Wood, Brown, Racine, and Milwaukee. Most reports involve swans and Canada geese. Public health officials say the risk to humans remains low. Time for news about your money now. Here's the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update, and it is still a mixed bag on Wall Street on this Friday afternoon. The Dow is down 115 points to 44,595. S&P 500 is up about 1.5 points to 6,117, and the Nasdaq is up nearly 52 points to 19,997. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Let's check out the roads right now with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time saver traffic. The crashes that we had earlier have since cleared, so that's some great news. Just a couple disabled vehicles out in the system. The latest one, this one popped up, just about 10 minutes ago. 43-894 East at 27th Street. Right shoulder is blocked there due to a car that's broken down, but that's it so far. And here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. A winter weather advisory goes into effect at 6 o'clock tonight and goes until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's for all of southeastern Wisconsin. Yes, more snow is coming. Tonight, the snow is likely. It's going to be heavy early. Tonight's totals, we're looking at 2 to 4 inches. We'll dip down to 25 for our temp. Tomorrow, occasional snow. We're going to get an additional 2 to 4, so you're looking at a storm total anywhere from 4 to 8 inches. A high of 33 degrees tomorrow. Sunday, flurries, a few snow showers. It's going to be windy. High of 25. And then the temps, take a dive. Monday and Tuesday, get ready. It's going to be cold, everybody. Monday, mostly sunny, though. Breezy, very cold. Our high is only 7 on Monday. On Tuesday, we have a high of 9, and it will be partly cloudy. It's currently 19 degrees in Mequon, 23 in Kenosha, and 21 in Milwaukee. I'm Jessica Ty. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 1:34.
This change has leveled us up while being able to maintain the same quality of service that we've always provided, with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission. We're proud to be part of the Century 21 family, so you can move fearlessly with the added confidence of top-of-the-line marketing for maximum home exposure. And that means more eyeballs and the real potential for the highest price for your home. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. First off, our 1.9% commission structure helps get their foot in the door, and that's why agents like working here. But what they really like is having the strongest marketing tools available, with the resources to help them sell homes at the highest prices to satisfy their clients. Century 21 Benefit Realty offers what agents like most, and that's to help them be successful. If you really want to believe in the business model that you're representing, give me a call. I'm Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Call me, and let's talk about your future. Each office is independently owned and operated. regulated.
This is Jeff Johnson.
And I'm Jason Johnson.
And together we're part of Johnson & Sons Paving.
Get your parking lot ready now for spring and avoid paying for extra repairs later on.
We'll come out to your property and walk it with you.
Potholes, damaged asphalt, damaged concrete, standing water, you name it. We'll talk to you about your options and fix it.
Plan a budget, set up an overall schedule with Johnson & Sons Paving.
It's all about doing it right the first time. Call us today to schedule a walkthrough and free estimate.
JohnsonandSonsPaving.com.
Welcome back to Spanning the State. I'm Brian Noonan. Kristen will be back with us on Tuesday. It's Friday, and I always start thinking about a beverage on Friday. Many of you do as well, a nice can of beer to get you into the weekend. Well, if you've been paying attention, you know that the administration has proposed a 25% across-the-board tariff on aluminum and steel products. Yes, aluminum, like the can that your local brewery is using to put your beer in. The steel, what they use for kegs, and that they use for the brew house, and that they use for building. All of that is going to be affected, the cost for all of that. Now, in 2018, tariffs were put into place, and the cost of cans went up a little then. Then the pandemic hit, and local craft breweries did what they could to pivot and make it through. But last year, for the first time in almost 20 years, more craft breweries closed in the United States than opened. Aluminum cans account for about 75% of craft breweries' packaged volume and revenue, according to the Brewers Association. And 60% of packaged beer sales come in cans. That, again, according to the Brewers Guild. Well, how is that going to affect your favorite brewery here in Milwaukee? Hopefully not as bad as one could think. Russ Klisch is the president and founder of Lakefront Brewery. I've talked to him many times, and he is here to talk to us about this now. Russ, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Greg.
Sure. So, all right, Russ, we've got these proposed tariffs. When you heard about this 25% for aluminum and steel, what's the first thing that went through your mind?
Well, first thing is, where do we get our aluminum from? Fortunately, we get ours domestically, but there's a lot that comes from Canada or other places, and this will drive the price of aluminum up, and the cans up.
Like what? Just in general, what do you guys spend per year or per quarter on your cans?
I'm trying to think about that. Well, each can costs us about 12 cents.
Okay, so a can costs 12 cents, and everybody knows Lakefront is pumping out a lot of different styles of beer, a lot of cans every year. As you look at this, now it said the cost is going to go up an estimated 15 to 20%. When it goes up like that, obviously, if your cost as a brewer goes up, the cost to the consumers go up. And in these economic times, do you worry that there's a breaking point for consumers to say, man, as much as I love drinking Lakefront beer, the price is going up, and that goes for everybody, not just you guys?
Yeah, it'll be going up for soft drink companies and brewers. Anything that goes into a can will be going up. So it does concern us. The other concern is that, the craft brewery is kind of a soft market right now, and you really don't want to try to raise pricing at this time. But so either you're going to be eating the cost, or you have to pass it on to the consumer.
And once you said your aluminum is domestic, will the cost of that go up at all, or is it completely manufactured in the U.S. so that might not hit you as hard?
Yeah, it might not hit us hard. Right now, the aluminum comes domestically, and it's canned or made into cans domestically, so we have that advantage. But any time that you have anything coming in from international, the price of aluminum will go up. And right now we do have a contract for until the end of the year.
Okay.
And so we should be protected a little bit. I think a lot of other people have some contracts that will probably help them, but if the tariffs stand for a longer period of time, it's going to be hard not to raise prices because of it.
Talking to Russ Klisch, he's the president and co-founder of Lakefront Brewing in Milwaukee. Russ, as you look ahead and you talk to the other smaller brewers in town, because I know you guys all talk, Lakefront is at a point where, while nobody is untouchable, you guys are probably, based on what you're saying about your cans and things, in a better position to weather some tougher times than some of the smaller places. As you're talking to people who just put in canning lines or, are smaller, what's the mood of the other brewers in town?
Well, I'm sure they're concerned. They're concerned about the fact that the can prices might be going up, and also the market is a little bit softer than it's been in the past. And so you have both of those where you're concerned about if you have to raise prices, how is it going to affect your sales?
What you've mentioned a couple times that the market is soft, and for those who aren't familiar, what is making the craft beer market softer now than it was before?
There's a lot of different reasons that you might have, from not drinking as much to the fourth category of seltzers and RTDs to THC drinks, and people don't have as much meeting places as they once did. Ever since social media came around, 50% of bars in the city have closed.
Wow.
And so people just don't go out and socialize as much as they once did.
And so that's obviously going to affect the sales. Now, back when I started drinking beer, most beer was in bottles. You did have cans. Now, brewers have almost exclusively gone to cans. Was that a cost thing? And if the price of aluminum for other breweries starts to go up, is there another option or a different way for breweries to pivot to keep their costs down and the costs for consumer down? Is glass an option? Is there, I don't know, like milk cartons, something like that?
I'd really say no.
Okay.
It's the canning is less expensive than bottles.
Right.
You could save almost up to a $50 or so in a case in packaging costs.
Okay.
Depending on what all goes into with cans, and that's why a lot of the small breweries have all went to cans. But the canning or bottling equipment is very expensive.
Sure.
To get it, and it also takes up a large footprint if you want to do it. So you really just can't go out and get yourself a canning or bottling line and go to bottles all of a sudden.
Okay.
So that'd be a tougher thing. If this stayed around long enough for this tariff, you'd probably find some people going back. There are some breweries still that have a combination of both of them.
Okay.
And so then they might be looking more at selling more bottles then.
Well, and the taproom market is going to be different, obviously, than distribution. Distribution, you almost have to be in cans because when you go in anywhere, Woodman's or wherever you're going to go buy your beer, if you're not going right to the taproom, everybody's in cans. So to make any sort of change would affect everything down the line, right?
Yeah, it'd be very tough to change to bottles. And the consumer now has gotten used to cans. They like them. They're stackable. They're lighter. You can take them different places. There's a lot of reasons, more just than cost, that consumers want. You can recycle them, and for those reasons, the consumer basically prefers cans right now.
Yeah.
So they want to continue with that.
Now I've been in a lot of breweries, as you know, and I know space is limited. Have you heard of any of the smaller places trying to hoard cans, buy as many now before the tariff goes into effect, or can they, I don't know, put them on layaway, something like that, where the price, like you said, you're all set with your contract with your domestic cans. Is there a way for smaller places that don't have enough storage room to protect themselves from these tariffs in advance?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot buying as many as they can right now to prevent the price coming up. If they're buying from someone who's getting their aluminum from Canada, that's where a lot of the other aluminum comes from, I guess. So I wouldn't be surprised. They can rent warehouse space, but right now it's kind of a volatile time with we had tariffs coming in and then they were pulled back, and is this going to stay with us? And so you're going to rent a bunch of stuff, and a lot of brewers just don't know exactly where it'll end up, or is this going to be settled next week or in 2 weeks?
Jeez. Well, let's hope it settled pretty quick. Russ, always appreciate you taking some time to talk to us. Have a great weekend. We'll talk again soon. That's Russ Klisch. He is the president and co-founder of Lakefront Brewery. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, hey, gentlemen, in case you forgot, and ladies, it's 2025. It's Valentine's Day. Maybe to save yourself a little trouble, you just engage in a micromance. What is that? I'll tell you after this on Spanning the State.
Heart disease won't stop us. Diabetes won't slow us down. Allergies, high blood pressure, shoulder pain, cancer. Nothing will keep us from pushing Wisconsin ahead. Because with the Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, forward progress is what we stand for. That means always pushing and always innovating. With new technologies and breakthrough treatments that make life better, whether we're sick or well. It means providing more convenience and more ways to receive medical excellence for all your health needs, for big and small. It means being there for you, our family, caring for yours. So let's keep raising the bar. Let's keep testing the limits of what medicine can do. Let's push ahead and make life here as great as it can be. Visit Froedtert.com to find out how.
Outdoor Living Unlimited puts cool stuff in your yard. Patios, decks, pergolas, outdoor kitchens, screen rooms, even in-ground pools. You dream it, we design it together, then Outdoor Living Unlimited installs it for you. OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Feeling like winter inside your house? WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for USA Insulation. Many homes built before 1980 have little to no insulation. Anything you do, better than what you got, but you call USA and now you've got the best. Their foam injection method, 35% more efficient than your standard wall insulation. Most jobs done in as little as a day. Some homeowners qualify for thousands in rebates and discounts. Every USA customer begins saving money day one. USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
The Legends of Motown are returning to Milwaukee. The Temptations and the Four Tops bring their chart-topping hits to the Miller High Life Theater October 18th. And we've got a chance for you to win tickets. Listen to Spanning the State and What's on Tap with Sandy Max all this week for your chance to score a free pair of tickets as they both bring their Motown catalog spanning over 60 years. Tickets are on sale now at papstheatergroup.com or tune in to Spanning the State and What's on Tap with Sandy Max all this week for your chance to win a pair of tickets.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
There we go. Yes, it's Valentine's Day on Spanning the State, and as always, the studio filled with love. It's just me in here. And Rhea's shaking her head like, don't use that word. It is Valentine's Day. My Valentine and I passed each other quickly this morning, threw a happy Valentine's Day at each other, and that was that. Because now I will confess, I always make sure I get my wife a little something. We don't go crazy overboard. We usually don't go out. Like, we've been married over 30 years, so we don't have to go out for dinner anymore. We did that when we were dating. I usually make her a nice meal, and I give her the choice. I say, what do you want? And I'll make it, or I come up with an idea, and I usually make her dinner, which I'll do again tonight. But as far as gifts and stuff, whatever. I buy her flowers all year. I do little things, which when I saw this, I thought, ooh, maybe I am a micromancer. That's could be what I am. This I didn't know had the ladies had started this term micromancing, and this from what I've read, they say the ladies came up with this. So micromance, if you don't know, is a small yet meaningful gesture that shows that you care without the need for grand over-the-top displays. Doesn't that sound better? Some of you are like, no, I want a big grand over display. I think as we get older, we don't need the big grand displays anymore. If you're first dating or, you're young, you want that. And the guys want to do it and the ladies like to receive it. Either way, whoever your Valentine is, they want to do something nice for you and you like receiving it, all right? So women have been being clear, according to this story, that they want more romance in their dating lives, regardless of the stage. True, Maria? Do women want more romance?
I mean, yes. I think, yeah.
Fair enough. They're also embracing romance in less traditional forms, like making a playlist. Oh, could we please go back to that?
Oh, that's great. A good mixtape.
A mixtape. We haven't made mixtapes in years. I like that. Grabbing your partner coffee before work. That's nice. Surprising them with their favorite candy after a long day. Something the majority of singles agree is how affection is expressed today. And I see that with Molly. She and her fiance, they don't do a lot. Christmas, obviously they do. But other than that, it's little things. It's, I got you a new water bottle. Or something like that shows, I'm thinking of what you need. I'm thinking of what you like. And I'm going to make sure I give it to you. Now, that all sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Yes, it does. But please, gentlemen especially, because we all know Valentine's Day is for the ladies, or at least I do, because my wife always says, I didn't get you anything for Valentine's Day. And I'm like, yes, why would you? It's not for me. It's for you. So, but here's a caution, ladies or gentlemen, whoever needs to hear this. Make sure that you and your Valentine had both established beforehand that Valentine's Day is not a big deal. Don't just stop and get a pack of Sprees today on the way home at your local convenience store and say, oh, baby, I love you. We're micromancing. No. You have to make sure that is laid out well in advance. You can't just blow it off and say, hey, look, I picked up all my dirty clothes. We're micromancing. Gentlemen, trust me, not going to work. It's going to be bad news, no matter what stage of your relationship is. If you're going to micromance, almost have it in writing, and then take it and have it notarized. And if all of a sudden your Valentine decides she's going to put up a fight or he's going to put up a fight, whip out the document and tell him to zip it. But they say you can use other days and have other special occasions to go out. So if that helps anybody on Valentine's Day, man, you waited too long to get help. Let's do this, and after the news, it's time to spin the state on Spanning the State.
Get inside the mind of Mark Tauscher.
I remember I never spoke in front of a podium until the NFC Championship game.
See the world from his perspective.
With all due respect, why were you asked to go to the podium?
To be podium guy.
On Wisconsin's Morning News, every day at 7:50.
What do you mean with all due respect?
I didn't want it to come off like I was being rude. I'm just curious.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. It comes off incredibly rude. Hey, Tausch, you suck. What are you doing up at the podium? Well, thanks, Bill.
Presented by Hello Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and Kohler Services.
Save on the best quality furniture and mattresses during the President's Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture. With major discounts from our premier suppliers, you will save big bucks on top brands like Bradenton Young, made in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Bradenton Young is known for its fine quality leather upholstery. Fjords brings you modern Scandinavian design recliners and sofas, ergonomically engineered for more hip and back support. Norwalk, with American roots that go back over 100 years, specializes in making furniture just for you. Choose the piece, style, fabric, or leather you want, and in just 35 days, we'll deliver your new sofa, chair, or sectional. In-stock or special orders are all sale priced. Need a little help putting it all together? At Ken Michaels Furniture, our design staff is ready to help you with your purchases, and it's free. Stop in today and save now during the President's Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Enjoy the Fox and Hounds restaurant's fabulous all-you-can-eat fish fry.
It's one of the best. The magnificent Sunday brunch is also all you can eat. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat free. Call and reserve. foxandhoundsrestaurant.com.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at paysbig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Do you know or work with kids who have special healthcare needs? Help them live their best lives. Contact Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network. Our specialists will connect you with services in your area. Wisconsin Wayfinder is free and confidential. Call 877-947-2929 or visit dhs.wi.gov/WISCWAY. Connect today. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
What we've found is that when you have workers who feel valued, you get better results. This is why good people and good culture should matter to anyone looking for an exterior remodeling company they can trust. It's going to be your experience and the end result that gives you peace of mind, because you'll know your work was done by people who care. We realized early on that if we were going to change the reputation of this industry for the better, that finding good workers that you could trust to do great work was going to be the key. We're attracting good people every day because we take care of our people. We want to make sure they feel important because they are. And we're going to make sure you feel important and valued too, with excellent customer service and high quality work. This is Brad Youngluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
Get help for your house this Saturday from Eric Brown. The president of Siding Unlimited knows his stuff. Yes, their name is Siding, but they do so much more. Windows by Pella and others, roofing, decks. That's why they are Siding Unlimited. Eric can advise you with anything about your home's exterior. Make a point to listen and call Eric this Saturday on WTMJ's Fix It Show. And remember why they are called Siding Unlimited. They are siding and much, much more. See sidingunlimited.com and you'll see.
Great Midwest Bank has document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed business technology company. The bank's IT systems administrator, Michael Quizon, comments on the value of local.
We call on them at any point, they're there. We ask them any questions that we have, they're there.
James Imaging Systems, local business technology solutions, local support, local accountability. Luther Gray, Director of Ticket Operations and Group Sales for the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra.
If an issue does arise, they're very prompt, polite, and professional. It makes me feel empowered because I find it very easy to resolve something.
James Imaging Systems client, Al Leidinger, President of Matheson Manufacturing, summarized the benefit of local.
James Imaging has been a really good partner with us from the beginning.
Go with local. Go with James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
The place you want to go, Lynch McWanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
your trusted and relevant source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 2:01, it's currently cloudy and 23 degrees in Milwaukee. Be prepared. A winter weather advisory starts at 6 tonight, runs through tomorrow morning for all of southeast Wisconsin. The snow total from tonight into tomorrow could be another 4 to 8 inches on the ground. The low tonight will be 25 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, 2 rounds of snow, big snow for your Valentine's Day weekend. WTMJ meteorologist Craig Coplain.
2 to 5 inches in phase 1, all sort of coming down in that 5-hour period. And in fact, during that 5-hour period, it may snow quite heavily. You may have some travel trouble this evening with potentially heavy snow for that 5-hour window.
Then we get a break before the snow picks up again Saturday morning. Your complete WTMJ 5-day forecast is coming up in less than 5 minutes. Bird flu confirmed now in Milwaukee County.
The discovery of the virus in a wild merganser duck collected from Milwaukee County last week follows 50 reports of sick or dead birds along the Lake Michigan shore in Milwaukee, Racine, and Kenosha counties this month. Department of Natural Resources Wildlife Health Supervisor Jasmine Batten says there are unique differences with the virus from its last notable spread.
Did change a little bit and is circulating in some cattle herds, some dairy cows, although we haven't had that happen in our state yet.
Batten says the risk to the general public remains low. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Milwaukee Public Schools have a long road to recovery based on the only first of 2 audits commissioned just now by Governor Tony Evers.
Senior fellow in law and public policy at Marquette University, Alan Borsuk tells WTMJ what stands out to him the most.
How badly the central system has been run. And that's something I think everyone kind of thought, but no one really focused on it.
And that's where questions of incompetency came in.
They interviewed people who were in central office who talked about nepotism, jobs routinely being filled by less competent people than others because they had friends.
A second audit will dive into MPS's instructional practices. Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
Representing the United States at the annual Munich Security Conference that focuses on Europe, Vice President J.D. Vance went after many of the other nations involved for their social policies. BBC Europe's Paul Moss.
No one saw this coming. Diplomatic niceties were cast aside as J.D. Vance castigated European governments on a range of issues. Too many unvetted immigrants were being allowed in, he said, and he claimed that free speech was being stifled across the continent because of rules which allowed social media to delete posts which incite hatred.
Vance also met with Ukraine's president about President Trump's plan to end the war in Ukraine. Time for news about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. It's a mixed bag. The Dow is down 127. S&P 500 is up a point. NASDAQ is up 53. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth. Annex Private Client. Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Limited News Time, 2:04.
It's the perfect Valentine's heart.
The kind a schoolboy would draw. It's the most adorable pendant we've ever created.
Innocent, fun-loving, and sweeter than honey.
Cute, cute, cute.
It's cherry red ceramic that's been through the fire.
We've been making ceramic jewelry for thousands of years.
Seriously?
Google it.
But this ceramic heart has things they didn't know about thousands of years ago.
Like what?
Diamonds. 18 of them.
These created diamonds were made for the one who sparkles like the sun.
I can see her in my mind right now.
It's the perfect Valentine's gift.
And it's only $128 at Kessler's.
Monica, what else do we have?
We have 4 different ways to say I love you.
Each pendant is a different shape covered in diamonds.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
An oval.
A square with rounded corners.
A teardrop.
And a heart.
Your choice, just $148 at Kessler's. For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
With the ability to market luxury homes on a higher scale than ever before, Century 21 Benefit Realty has taken a huge step forward to tap into a global network of buyers. Maximum exposure to spotlight your unique home with our fine homes and estates marketing so you can sell it for the highest price. And with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission, you win. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. First off, our 1.9% commission structure helps get their foot in the door, and that's why agents like working here. But what they really like is having the strongest marketing tools available, with the resources to help them sell homes at the highest prices to satisfy their clients. Century 21 Benefit Realty offers what agents like most, and that's to help them be successful. If you really want to believe in the business model that you're representing, give me a call. I'm Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Call me, and let's talk about your future. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. On day one of spring training, pitchers, catchers, Brewers manager Pat Murphy says that Freddie Peralta will be an his opening day starter for March 27th in New York against the Yankees.
He just told me that, like, hey, I just did this. I was like, it's not even the first day.
The Cactus League begins February 22nd against the Reds. All-Star Week in NBA and a busy one for the Bucks guard Damian Lillard. He's going to participate in Sunday's game and then participate in Saturday's three-point competition, looking for his third consecutive win. College basketball, 16th ranked Wisconsin visits 17th ranked Purdue Saturday for a noon tip. Badger Sports updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited, Siding, and a whole lot more. Let's take a look at your roads for WTMJ Johnson Sons paving time saver traffic. The one thing I see is just the corner of Dodge County, the northeast corner, I-41 south about a quarter of a mile beyond the ramp from Highway 67. The right shoulder's blocked because there's a disabled vehicle, and it seems like a lot of slowdowns are happening right there. Everything else looks good.
Traffic is sponsored by the amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford.
The successful Mineshaft Restaurant in Hartford is hiring positive, professional servers, bartenders, and pizza cooks. You'll make real cash. Inquire today, start next week. MineShaftRestaurant.com.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. A winter weather advisory starts at 6 tonight, runs through tomorrow morning for all of southeast Wisconsin. Snow totals from tonight and tomorrow alone could be 4 to 8 inches on the ground. The low tonight will be 25 degrees. Sunday, the high will be 33 degrees. More snowfall is expected on Sunday as well. So over the course of 72 hours, we could see a total of 6 to 10 inches. Very cold and breezy Monday, the high will be 7. Single-digit temperatures continuing to Tuesday, where the high is just 9 degrees. All right, let's take a look in Madison. It's cloudy and 21 degrees. Green Bay, 19 degrees. Waukesha, 19 degrees. Outdoor living on the news time, 2:08.
It's time to take a spin around Wisconsin and find stories you might have missed. Here's Spinning the State on Spanning the State with Kristen Bry and Brian Noonan.
Yes, it is Spinning the State. Kristen is not here. She'll be back with us on Tuesday, but we can still spin the wheel and find out exactly what is happening around the state for a Friday. If you miss any of Spinning the State and want some details, text SPIN to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line 855-616-1620. Where are we going?
Sheboygan.
I love to say Sheboygan. Working parents have a big worry that's more important than their jobs, and that is childcare. It's a challenge that is not lost on their employers. Several Sheboygan County employers are finding ways to support their staff with persisting childcare challenges. The extent to which employers can support childcare needs may be constrained by budgets and staffing, but flexible scheduling was a benefit offered across several local employers contacted by the Sheboygan Press. The Sheboygan Press reported that more than 400 people who responded to a Sheboygan County Child Care Impact Survey said flexible scheduling was one offering that made workplaces more attractive. That makes sense. Other attractive offerings included child care stipends, PTO policies, and on-site providers. The survey revealed 53% of respondents reported child care was the largest reason they weren't working, which again makes sense when you know what it costs for childcare. Ryan Wilinski, Director of Community Partnerships for Children, said community members at a survey results meeting said they felt their employers didn't prioritize childcare. Quote, they just feel that their employers don't care, don't understand what they're going through. End quote. At least 6 employers in Sheboygan, including Aurora Healthcare and the Children's Museum, offer flex scheduling to their employers. And that is it's a very responsive employer if you have somebody who will look at that and say, all right, what changes can we make? Because we value our employees. We want to keep them. What can we do to facilitate that? So good on you if you're doing that. Let's spin it again on a Friday.
Oshkosh.
All right. I know I always tell you to text SPIN to the Signing Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line at 855-616-1620. Do it just so you can see the picture that's associated with this story, because you may have read The Old Man and the Sea, but have you heard about the young woman in the lake? Well, settle in, because this isn't just another big fish story. 22-year-old Haley Herzig, who caught the 4th largest sturgeon ever speared on the Winnebago system last Saturday. She did it. Herzig's F4 female weighed 180.5 pounds and measured 79.3 inches long. It almost was bigger than she is. Herzig's sturgeon was one of 82 speared on opening day. Now, according to reporting in the Journal Sentinel, the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources website said that the Winnebago system holds one of the largest lake sturgeon populations in North America and one of just 2 where lake sturgeon can be speared. Now, spearing, which I just learned about, be honest, last week because we talked about spearing season opening. Spearing season dates back to 1932, and despite regulations changing the method of spearing hasn't changed in almost 100 years. So you can still spear them the way you used to. But Haley Herzig, 22 years old, imagine spearing a fish that's almost 200 pounds. So you can text SPIN and get that picture. It's unbelievable. All right, we have time to spin it once more.
Fond du Lac.
Sons of American Legion Squadron 75 is going to host its 2nd annual Freezin' for a Reason fundraiser this weekend, February 15th to 16th at the American Legion Post 75. It includes a 50-50 and bucket raffle throughout the weekend. The evening is going to start with a $10 spaghetti dinner from 4 to 7, followed by Military Appreciation Night at the Fond du Lac Bears game next door. Now, this, as described in the Fond du Lac Reporter, Sons of the American Legion Squadron 75 members and other participants will then camp outside of Post 75 overnight to raise awareness for homeless veterans and the fact that veterans are twice as likely to experience homelessness than those who didn't serve in the military. That's according to member Sean McCrary. After the sun rises on February 16th, the frozen and chilly members who have slept outside will be able to enjoy a $7 pancake and sausage breakfast. That's going to finish the weekend, and that runs from 9 to noon. Last year's event raised almost $15,000, all of which went to aiding homeless and at-risk veterans. So sounds like, especially with the forecast this weekend, you're going to be of sturdy stock to be able to sleep outside, but good work for everybody in Fond du Lac. All right, that is Spinning the State for a Friday. If you missed anything, once again, text SPIN to the Signing Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620. And speaking of cold, speaking of the forecast, WTMJ meteorologist Craig Copleen joins me next to tell us exactly how bad and how cold it is going to get. We'll do that after this on Spanning the State.
Be our eyes on the road. See something out there that I should know about?
On 894 North, just before the National Avenue exit, the right lane is closed. There's a medical emergency, it looks like.
Call me, Debbie Loziga, on the WTMJ traffic tip line, 414-238-9329.
Hello, Debbie. 41 South, just before Capitol Drive. There are 2 cars involved in an accident.
The drive affects you. Why not be part of it? Give me a call, 414-238-9329.
I'm Tony Drake from Drake & Associates. Should I delay my Social Security benefits, or should I start taking them right away? The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Your decision can impact your income for the rest of your retirement. At Drake & Associates, we help you create a strategy to maximize your benefits so you can make the most of what you've earned. Social Security is just one stop on your retirement-ready roadmap. Take the first step today. Text SS to 414-897-9522 to claim your free retirement toolkit and get a copy of my book, Get retirement ready. Don't leave money on the table. Text SS to 414-897-9522.
Drake & Associates is an independent investment advisory firm that offers different investment vehicles. All insurance products are backed by the issuing insurance company. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only.
Healthy joints, healthy lifestyle. Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Arthritis, injuries, wear and tear, common joint issues that keep you from doing what you love. At OAW, a visit to the doctor doesn't always mean surgery. Everyone is different. Surgeons, nurses, physical therapists work together to come up with a plan for you. Maybe it's PT, medication, injection, and if you do need surgery like I did, you know you're in the best of hands. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. Book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
I'm out in the cold, fighting so there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be out of the cold for quite some time, but I am not a meteorologist. That is why I like to speak with meteorologists, especially WTMJ's meteorologist, Craig Copeland, who we must say, Craig, you were flexing yesterday because your predictions for Monday's snow were right on the money.
Well, you're very kind, and I know that made snow lovers who have been suffering through this snow drought of a winter awful happy that we picked up what we did.
And what was the official snowfall Monday here in Milwaukee?
Yeah,
or Wednesday, rather.
Yeah, it depended upon where you were, but most places had at least 6 inches and up to around 8 or so, 6 to 8 inches in general across the area.
Now, I know I'm speaking not just for myself, but probably a wide swath of the population that says that seems like enough. But you're telling us that's not the case.
No, it's not. In fact, when all is said and done by the end of the weekend, Brian, it looks like total snow this weekend will be about a repeat of what we got on Wednesday and Wednesday night.
All
but
right.
it's gonna come down in a couple different ways this time around, Brian.
So this go ahead. How is it going to do it?
Yeah, this is going to be a 2-phase snow weekend. A short, quick-hitting phase this evening, and then a longer phase from tomorrow into Sunday morning. So for this evening, this short, quick-hitting phase, we're talking in the time frame between about 6 and 11 p.m. We're going to have a stretch in there of maybe 3 to 4 hours where we're going to pick up probably a lot of snow in a short period of time. And by a lot, I mean 3, 4, 5 inches.
In that amount of time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's going to come down pretty good. Phase 2 of this weekend snow is going to be much different. And that is, it's going to be from tomorrow morning all the way into Sunday morning. It's going to be more of an on, off, mostly light snow. But the fact that it's going to be snowing from time to time for a good 24 hours, that's how we're going to pick up another 3 or 4 inches of snow. So tonight, this evening is when it could come down heavily. I think it is going to come down heavily for a time and really cause trouble with visibility and folks on the roads. It'll probably be less of a problem, at least visibility-wise, tomorrow because the intensity won't be as high.
Is there any way, and this, again, a non-meteorologist question, is there any way to tell what kind of snow it's going to be? Is it going to be that wet, heavy snow? Is it going to be lighter and fluffier? What are we looking at?
Yeah, this time around, I think we're going to sort of be right down the middle. We're going to be right down the 50-yard line between wet snow and dry snow. Of course, on Wednesday, we had the light, fluffy, powdery stuff. Tomorrow's is going to be wetter. It's going to be a little bit more akin for packing and that sort of thing, snowballs and snowmen. But it's not going to be super wet, terribly difficult to shovel snow.
So, that's all well and good to pack and have snowball fights and make a snowman. But it's also not only going to be snowing, it's going to start getting like crazy, dangerously cold, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it's going to be that way for a while. While we get the snow tonight and tomorrow, it's not going to be terribly windy and the temperatures are going to be reasonable. But then on Sunday, the wind picks up. And by Sunday evening, the wind chill is going to go down below 0 and it's going to stay below 0 at least until Wednesday afternoon. So from Sunday evening through at least Wednesday afternoon, wind chills are going to be below 0, as cold as 25 below on Monday morning. Tuesday morning, also about 25 below. That's wind chill. Just in terms of what the thermometer reads on Monday, Tuesday, and probably Wednesday as well, high temperatures are only going to be in the single digits.
Oh, well, that's lovely. Just horrible. Now, we've got that news, and some people are probably leaping for joy. Snow and bitter cold, we love it. What's long term? Are we going to get back toward normal after next Wednesday? Can you look? I know you guys look that far ahead, but can you give us any hint on what might be coming later next week?
Yeah, the longer term hint does show temperatures heading back upward, closer to normal, closer to typical for this time of the year, once we get to about this time next week, the end of the week. And next weekend, temperatures should start climbing first into the 20s again, which is right. Balmy. Sounds warm after we're talking about single digit highs, and then maybe 30s by next weekend. So it's going to be, we got a long runway between now and then to get through, but we are going to get back to something more typical for late February, about a week from now.
All right, you want to hit us up with a forecast before we go?
Yeah, so snow kicks in this evening around 6 o'clock or so. It becomes heavy at times. It should be done by 11 o'clock or midnight. The rest of the night is going to be either pretty much snow-free or just a few flurries, and then a little bit more substantial snow occasionally from time to time from tomorrow morning through Sunday morning. Again, on the amounts, this evening's quick hitting snow, 3 to 5 inches. Tomorrow morning into Sunday morning, long drawn out light snow, another 3 to 4. That puts our total for the weekend between about 6 and 9 inches.
Well, Craig, you are always the bearer of fantastic news. We love talking to you. Thanks for taking some time, and try to stay warm the next week. I don't know how we're all going to do it.
You too, Brian. Great talking with you.
Take care. All right, let's do this, and then it's going to be time for our Black History Fact. We'll get to that after this on Spanning the State.
Hey, WTMJ's John Burke here. I've got a great idea for your weekend. Hang out with us on Experience Wisconsin. Saturdays at 1 o'clock, we're going to check in with communities across the state for the best and the brightest spots. We will highlight things that take place indoors, things that are outdoors, things that it doesn't matter what the weather holds, will allow you to have an absolute great time. Hey, we're going to head indoors this week. It's going to be fun. The Nary Spring Home Improvement Show takes place, and we will be joined by an expert from Nary. It's Experience Wisconsin, Saturdays at 1 on WTMJ.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at Right Choice Tax Resolution. The IRS has you in their crosshairs. We are local and know how to deal with the IRS and state to solve your situation. Just the other week, we successfully removed the target on Nick to get $194,358 of taxes and penalties removed. This is why John Neal started Right Choice Tax Resolution, to help people fight the IRS and state. You don't know the ins and outs of all the taxes they can charge you or the more than 150 penalties they can impose on you. Make the right choice and call us at 844-222-1192. We want to help so your bank account doesn't get wiped out, your paycheck or Social Security garnished, or a lien put on your house. Get rid of that stress and get back to enjoying life. Call us at 844-222-1192 or visit rightchoicetax.us right now to book a meeting. We understand how stressful this can be. The situation won't go away if you do nothing. That's 844-222-1192 or rightchoicetax.us.
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to success. Simply put, if you're nearing or in retirement, you can't afford a stock market crash. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game film was a key to success. Now I'm a best-selling author and star in a new groundbreaking documentary film called The Retirement Deception. It unveils how the Wall Street machine has been deceiving us for decades and proves you don't need to risk your nest egg in the market to have the retirement you deserve. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. I want you to watch this film for free. Call today for your free copy of The Retirement Deception. I think you would agree 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is at least worth a phone call to watch this film and see how you can improve your retirement. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free copy of The Retirement Deception. Call 844-763-2837. That's 844-763-2837. MitchLyonsWealth.com. Your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
Get help for your house this Saturday from Eric Brown. The president of Siding Unlimited knows his stuff. Yes, their name is Siding, but they do so much more. Windows by Pella and others, roofing, decks. That's why they are Siding Unlimited. Eric can advise you with anything about your home's exterior. Make a point to listen and call Eric this Saturday on WTMJ's Fix It Show. And remember why they are called Siding Unlimited. They are siding and much, much more. See sidingunlimited.com and you'll see.
It is spanning the state. Valentine's Day. And it's also February, which means it's Black History Month, and we have been borrowing liberally, and by borrowing I mean just taking Judge Derek Mosley's Black History Facts, which you can read on his Facebook and Instagram accounts. He does a great job every day with a new fact, and today's fact, maybe there's a tie-in. Loving versus Virginia was a landmark civil rights decision of the United States Supreme Court, which invalidated laws prohibiting interracial marriage in 1967. The case was brought by Mildred Loving, a black woman, and Richard Loving, a white man, who had been sentenced to a year in prison in Virginia for marrying each other. Their marriage violated the state's anti-miscegenation mixing of different races by marriage, cohabitation, or sexual relations statute, and the Racial Integrity Act of 1924, which prohibited marriage between people classified as, quote, white and people classified as, quote, colored. The Supreme Court's unanimous decision held this prohibition was unconstitutional, thus ending all race-based legal restrictions on marriage in the United States. Despite the Supreme Court's decision making them unenforceable, anti-interracial marriage laws remained on the books in several states. In 2000, Alabama, no surprise, became the last state to adapt its laws to the Supreme Court's decision through a ballot initiative. 60% of Alabama voters voted for the removal of the anti-interracial marriage rule. The Loving decision is remembered annually on June 12th, which was the date of the Supreme Court decision, as Loving Day. So on Valentine's Day, remember Loving Day and Happy Valentine's Day. So very interesting. There's also a movie based on this case and this story called Loving. So if you're interested in more, 1, read Derek Mosley's stuff. 2, read a real history book, but then you can also watch the movie. This is a big weekend if you are a Saturday Night Live fan. Their big 50th anniversary hootenanny is happening this week. It's starting off tonight. If you have Peacock, which I do not, but they are streaming the big homecoming concert tonight. It's hosted by Jimmy Fallon, produced by Lorne Michaels, and it includes bands like Arcade Fire, the Backstreet Boys, Chris Martin, Dave Grohl, Eddie Vedder, Miley Cyrus, Mumford & Sons, the Preservation Hall Jazz Band, the Roots and the B-52s. It's going to take place at Radio City Music Hall. And at 7 o'clock tonight, if you have Peacock, you can watch that streaming, which sounds good. And then on Sunday, it's the big anniversary special and red carpet event, all celebrating 50 years worth of sketches. There's going to be cast members there, hosts, a lot of celebrities, and this is the one name notably absent from the list, and I've checked it a number of times. One of my favorite hosts on Saturday Night Live, Alec Baldwin, is not going to be there, according to this release from NBC. But Steve Martin, Tom Hanks, Woody Harrelson, Scarlett Johansson, Robert De Niro, Paul Simon, all of them will be there. And then a lot of the cast members from the past are going to be there. Big names, Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy will be there. Kate McKinnon, Kenan Thompson, who's still there and is fantastic. Pete Davidson, Tina Fey, Will Ferrell will be there, and Tracy Morgan will be there too. So if you're looking for that, that's on just regular old NBC. So you don't have to have Peacock to do that. But we'll see. And they still could be adding more. This list came out a couple days ago when they confirmed it, so you never know. There might be more cast members.
Who's your favorite SNL host?
My favorite SNL host? Oh, man. There's a couple. I think Justin Timberlake always does a great job when he hosts. Alec Baldwin always does a great job. And Tom Hanks. Those are great. As far as, because those guys can be in sketches too. Like I like when Chappelle hosts because his monologues are always great. John Mulaney is always funny till he has to do the big Broadway musical sketch, and boo, I'm over it. On the other side, we've got
ABC
more.
News, I'm Michelle Franzen. New details on the final moments before that mid-air collision in D.C. last month.
NTSB investigators say they have now confirmed through data the Black Hawk helicopter was flying at an altitude of 278 feet above the 200-foot limit, but they're looking into the possibility the Black Hawk pilots were getting bad data in the cockpit and may have thought that they were lower. NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy.
There may be bad data. We're looking at, were they seeing something different in the cockpit?
Her team has found just before the crash, the American Airlines regional jet drastically tried to increase pitch. Alex Stone, ABC News.
Andrew Lester, the Kansas City man charged with shooting an unarmed black teen who knocked at his door in 2023, entered a guilty plea to second-degree assault today. 16-year-old Ralph Yarrow mistakenly went to Lester's home to pick up his younger brothers after a play date. And flu activity has not peaked yet. The CDC says 30 million flu illnesses have been reported. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Limited News Time, 2:31. I'm Julia Fellow. Your top story: no charges or citations requested for the school bus officer for now who hit and killed a kindergartner in a school parking lot in Sussex. The Waukesha County Sheriff's Office tells WTMJ the investigation is still ongoing against the driver in the death of this 5-year-old Finn Katona. He was in the parking lot of Silver Spring Intermediate School January 2nd, waiting to get on a shuttle bus to be taken to Willow Springs Learning Center. He fell off a curb and was hit. The Hamilton School District eliminated bus transfers after the accident. All kindergartners are now taken directly to their learning center. 4 teens now under arrest after a robbery at school. Madison police responded to an armed robbery at East High School February 4th. The students had stolen money from him and was attacked. He was taken to the hospital, according to authorities, with injuries. Police have now arrested 2 15-year-olds and 2 16-year-olds. Police are still looking for 2 other teens who were involved. Bird flu confirmed in Milwaukee County. The Department of Natural Resources say that lab tests confirmed a wild duck had collected, and they also found it in 50 reports of sick or dead birds along Lake Michigan shoreline. They say that public health officials say the risk to humans remains low. Time for news about your money, the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Everything a mixed bag. Dow is down 188, S&P 500 down 1%. NASDAQ is down 71. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, and Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Let's take a look at your roads with their WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. 4143 894 East at 27th Street. The right shoulder is blocked because there is a disabled semi on the side of the road. Another disabled semi happening at 4145 North. The ramp from Highway 145. Right shoulder blocked because of that disabled semi. Everything else looks good. Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. A winter weather advisory starts at 6 tonight and runs through tomorrow morning. The snow total from tonight into tomorrow could be another 4 to 8 inches on the ground. The low will be 25 degrees. Sunday, the high will be 33 degrees, and there's a chance for more snow Sunday. So in a 72-hour span, it could be up to 10 inches of snow. Very cold and breezy Monday. The high will be 7. Single-digit temperatures continue to Tuesday, where the high is just 9 degrees. In Madison, it's 21 degrees and cloudy. Green Bay, 19. Waukesha, 19. Outdoor Living Limited News Time, 2:34.
If you're living with joint pain in your shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees, and you have Medicare or Medicaid insurance, coming to Rejuvenex to solve your pain problems is something you should strongly consider. First off, because our FDA-approved pain treatments have been shown in many cases to be highly effective at reducing inflammation and substantially alleviating pain. Secondly, Medicare and Medicaid cover Rejuvenex treatments, so your cost could be nothing, or next to nothing at all. Chronic pain will only worsen with age. This leads to a far more compromised lifestyle, depression, and soon they start talking surgery. And then what? You have to get in front of arthritis and chronic pain, because the sooner you do, by letting us begin to calm those pain points, the better. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and we can alleviate your pain so you can rejuvenate your life.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Wow. Bringing out some Kiss on Valentine's Day. Not only the song, but the name of the band. It all goes together because it is Valentine's Day. Oh, I hope you have somebody to Valentine with. Not because it's you need to socially or because people look at you. Because there is some data coming out that says being in a happy relationship is good for your heart. Not figuratively, not metaphorically, literally good for your heart if you are in a healthy relationship and a happy relationship. That's according to a cardiologist at New York Presbyterian and the Weill Cornell Medicine. So, not somebody who's just making this stuff up. Let me lay this out to you, and then you can tell me if you've seen an improvement in your health since you've been in a relationship. Because there is a love hormone, and this is not something you buy online that comes in a discrete package to your house. This is in your body already. So that one theory is that being in a loving relationship can raise levels of oxytocin and lower stress hormones like cortisol, which can improve blood pressure and overall cardiovascular health. Maybe that explains why I haven't had a giant heart attack yet. Oxytocin, known as the love hormone, is released in the brain through physical contact, such as hugging, kissing, sex, and snuggling up to your boo. That was actually written in a story in a major publication. Snuggling up to your boo. If I ever said to Debbie, "Will you snuggle up with me, boo?" she would punch me right in the throat for calling her boo. It's just an age thing. I don't call her boo. I don't call her my ride or die. I don't call her my bae. I call her my wife.
My wife.
My wife. And then, I'll call her honey or sweetie or something like that. But come here, boo. She would laugh so hard she'd probably wet herself, which would kill the whole mood. Nothing would be good after that. But that's it. So the love hormone gets released. It promotes bonding and feelings of trust while reducing stress, making it good for your heart. All right. Here's the deal. Now, I know you single people, you think you have all the fun, which really you do. You get to do whatever you want, single people. But married people with heart disease are less likely to have a heart attack or die from cardiovascular disease, which the sentence didn't make sense. But it just means that unmarried people had a 45% higher rate of cardiovascular death compared to their married counterparts. You know why? Because you're so busy flipping the apps and scrolling through, you get so stressed out, and then boom, your heart just explodes. Whereas married people, we know our life is pretty much, we've hit the end. So we just ride it out. And it's very stress-free when you just ride it out. You're just in it for all the right reasons. So hopefully you have somebody who will help you release your love hormone tonight, and I don't mean that as a euphemism. Get some oxytocin going. Give somebody a big hug, hold hands, whatever you got to do. Sit next to your boo and snuggle so that oxytocin starts flowing. Rhea, you look like you had a thought on the oxytocin and the love hormone.
No.
Oh, you were just holding the microphone. You're ready to go. I thought you wanted to jump in to prove me wrong. But again, this is not me. This is Dr. Joy Gelbman. She's a cardiologist. She knows about hearts.
I mean, a good cuddle makes a mood better.
Yeah, I no doubt about it. Even sitting, we got a new chair, so now we are the ultimate old people. We have my recliner and a reclining wing chair right next to each other.
Oh.
And so sometimes we'll be watching TV and we'll just both be reclined and we'll be holding hands on the little table in between. And Molly saw those when she came home for Christmas and she could not mock us more. She's like, what is going on? It's like All in the Family. It's like Archie and Edith sitting in these two chairs watching television. And then I, because I am a romantic, I'll always just tap Debbie's head and go, "Oh, Mother, are we going to have something to drink tonight?"
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm very romantic. All right, let's do this. And then when we come back, it is time to play the game. Do you want to play the game? It's fact or foolishness. Just like it sounds like. You're going to tell me if something I tell you is fact or foolishness. If you are caller 3 and caller 4 at 855-616-1620, callers 3 and 4 will play the game, and we will play that game after this on Spanning the State.
You wake up feeling like you just boxed 12 rounds. Some wake up sweating with sore jaws, headaches, and a lot of our patients complain of brain fog. I'm Dr. Madan Kandula, and these signs, often joined with snoring, are sleep apnea symptoms. And if this sounds like you may have been in a struggle last night between you and this serious disorder. Many people aren't willing to fight back. But the fact is, you can't go through these nightly struggles without ramifications that each night chip away at your life's expiration date. I get it. You don't want to wear a CPAP mask. You may find out you don't need one. We have every effective sleep apnea solution available. And believe me, the mask is the last resort.
It's time to take action to stop your sleep struggle. Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Results may vary. Most insurance accepted.
I'm Brett Matschke, and you're due for service.
Richlands. Grab your to-do list and head to Fleet Farm for Project Days, happening now through the 26th. Carhartt fans get a free $20 gift card with every $100 worth of Carhartt gear. Good on your next Fleet Farm purchase. Sprout Sweet Mix for horses and livestock is just $8.99 a bag. And save $50 on a Milwaukee M18 Compact Brushless Drill Driver Kit, now only $149. Don't miss Project Days for great buys on all things DIY at Fleet Farm, home of the best prices, guaranteed.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Hey, it's Brian Noonan. I've only been on this weight loss journey for 3 weeks. I've already lost 23 pounds thanks to the amazing team at Milwaukee Weight Loss. I've been eating healthier, drinking more water, and I feel a lot more energized. There's no better way to start the new year.
Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. That's up to a pound per day. Schedule your free consultation by calling 262-449-1180 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. Results may vary.
Finding the special healthcare resources families need just got easier. Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network helps kids with delays, disabilities, special healthcare needs, and mental health conditions. Call toll-free 877-947-2929. Ask questions, get answers. Connect today toll-free 877-947-2929. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Let's play a game.
Come on down!
How fun!
I'm ready.
Pick me, pick me, pick me.
Put on your thinking caps. It's time for the Ha Ha Friday Fun Time Grandiloquent Game Show. Put your hands together and welcome your quizmasters, Kristen Bry and Brian Noonan.
Let's play.
Welcome to the game. Before we get started, we just want to say sorry. Who are we saying sorry to, Rhea?
Sorry to Laura. I dropped her call on accident.
Oh, boy. Laura, we're sorry. Try again next week. We do this every Friday. We're sorry. But we do have some contestants. If you didn't get through to play along, or if you're like Laura and Rhea dropped your call, you can wager and gamble at home. Just find somebody there and play along at home. We love that. But first, let's meet our players. Sheboygan Falls is where Colleen is calling from. Hello, Colleen.
Hello.
And what do you do for a living up there in Sheboygan Falls?
I work for Toro in their HR department.
Oh, man, you guys are going to be busy with selling snow blowers this weekend, getting people out there. Good for you. Good for you. And let's see, who are we playing against? You're playing against John. He is in Eden. Hello, John.
How are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful. And what do you do in Eden, John?
Well, I don't work in Eden, but I live in Eden. I'm a cheesemaker in Theresa, Widmer Cheese.
Widmer Cheese. What is Woodman Cheese's specialty, if you had to pick one?
It's Widmer Cheese, and we make the best brick in the world.
Widmer Cheese, the best brick cheese in the world. All right, fantastic. And can people can get this anywhere?
You betcha. Go online, widmercheese.com, or we got a retail store in Theresa.
Sounds great, Woodmer Cheese. All right, listen, John. Even if you don't win the game, you've got a nice plug for Woodmer Cheese. So that's excellent.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. See, I like how you think, John. The game, Colleen and John, is fact or foolishness. It's basically what it sounds like. I'm going to read you a statement. You're going to tell me, is that statement fact or foolishness? First 1 to 5 correct answers, or whoever is leading when time runs out will be our winner. Colleen, John, do you understand the rules? Are you ready to play the game?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ready to play.
Let's do it. All right, we are going to start with Colleen. Colleen, is this fact or foolishness? The Pulitzer Prize is made from steel recovered from cannons captured during the Crimean War.
Oh, I'm going to go with foolishness.
You're going to go with foolishness. Yes. That is completely foolish. So you are on the board with one. Okay, John, that's how the game works. John, fact or foolishness? A 5-year-old Courtney Love appears on the back cover of a Grateful Dead album.
That's fact.
No, John, that is foolishness. Courtney never appeared on a Grateful Dead album. That's all right. There's still plenty of time. We go to Colleen, who leads 1-0. Colleen, fact or foolishness? Oscar de la Renta redesigned the Boy Scout uniform in the 1980s, adding a baseball cap.
I'll go with fact.
You'll go with fact? That is a fact. That's why Boy Scouts wear little caps. Very nice. Colleen with a 2-point lead over John. John, we come to you. Fact or foolishness? John, just as you have a herd of elephants and a pride of lions, a group of rhinos is called a crash.
That's foolishness.
No, John, you might be a great cheesemaker, but you're not a good wildlife pack guy. A group of rhinos is, in fact, a crash. All right, we come back to Colleen, about to take what I can only think could be an insurmountable lead. Colleen, fact or foolishness? Somewhere over the rainbow was almost cut from the Wizard of Oz.
Ooh, I want it to not be true, but I'm going to say fact.
Well, you are right, but it is true nonetheless. So it's 3-0. John?
Wow.
I know. John, your score is stinking like bad Limburger. Let's go and see if John can get on the board. John, here we go. Fact or foolishness? John, oddly, the Mississippi, Missouri, and Ohio rivers do not run through the states named for them.
Fact.
No, John, it is foolish. I could tell you had gone foolishness the first couple, and then I said, I know John's going to go fact.
Everyone.
That's all right. Colleen, let's run the board if we can.
All right.
Fact or foolishness? The world's largest Hindu temple is in Moscow.
Ooh. Let's go fact.
Oh, Colleen.
Oh.
Ruining what was once a perfect run. I know. John, we're running out of time.
I had to give one to John.
Well, I want to give one to John, too. John, here we go. Fact or foolishness? The FBI listed Groucho Marx as, quote, a potential threat to the life of Richard Nixon.
Fact.
John is on the board. Yay! We don't like anybody. That was the buzz. That means time is up, and with a score of 3-1, Colleen from Sheboygan Falls, who works for Toro, is our big winner. Congratulations.
Good job, Colleen.
And
Good
John,
job.
our
Thank you,
cheesemaker. Valiant effort, John. I'm glad you got on the board so you go into the weekend feeling successful. But thank you for playing.
You got it.
And everybody try Woodmere cheese. I hear it's the best brick in the country, if not the world. So check that out. Colleen, hang on the line. Rhea's going to get all your information. Congratulations. You have won a WTMJ prize pack. Ooh, what's in it? I don't know.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Brian.
You're welcome. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll play again next Friday. Let's do this, and we'll start wrapping it up on Spanning the State.
While you rest on the weekends, we work for you. Wisconsin's Weekend Morning News with Libby Collins. The latest in news.
It's unclear if the process for offering people those type of buyouts is being properly followed.
Entertainment.
When you win a little statuette, it's a big point of pride.
And more.
I was under the impression that everybody loves Buc-ee's. Not so much.
Every Sunday morning starting at 8 on WTMJ.
Love is in the air at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, play to your heart's content in the Love It or Leave It $300,000 game show. Thursday night, you could love your prize or leave it for another. For a chance to cuddle up to thousands in cash and prizes, just play using your rewards card. Get ready to love it or leave it. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at paysbig.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Cheese doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. 4-door hatchback.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but a car's not one of them. That national online company makes it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, plus test drive the vehicle before you buy it. And they're right here to handle any issues.
But the car's stuck. No!
Start your search at adamm.com.
Hey, it's Valentine's Day weekend. Don't forget your sweetheart. WTMJ's John Mercure here. I highly recommend taking your love to the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club for a free dinner, even on Valentine's weekend. Unbelievable. Savor the grilled tenderloin Oscar, seafood, pecan-crusted salmon, pasta, a big fresh salad, steak and lobster, any entree, and your second dinner is free, even this weekend. Homemade desserts and ice cream drinks, too. I love the chocolate cake. I asked for 2 scoops of ice cream. It's great. Buy one, get one free. Relax with an old-fashioned, a Manhattan, an ice-cold beer. Choose from 20 bourbons or 100 wines and chill out in those 8 unique dining rooms, each with a wood-burning fireplace. Celebrate Valentine's Day tonight through Sunday with a free dinner at the Fox and Hounds. Winners of the Top Choice Award for Most Romantic Restaurant and Best Sunday Brunch. Just off Highway 167, 2 miles east of Holy Hill. It's spectacular. Call and reserve. foxandhoundsrestaurant.com. Happy Valentine's weekend.
No matter how many people are in your family, buying new jackets for the cold weather months can be expensive. But when you shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, prices on cold weather jackets will give you a sigh of relief because thrift store prices mean great deals. And right now we have a great selection. Find great deals on cold weather jackets for the family at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul. I believe it's time for me to fly.
Which is kind of the anti-Valentine's Day song. It's about getting out of here and leaving the one that you love. But it is Valentine's Day weekend. Hopefully you'll do something sweet for your sweetie, even if it's just a little hug so you can release that love hormone and enjoy yourself. We'll be back again next week. Kristen is off until Tuesday, but Monday we have a really big show. Good luck with the snow tonight. Remember, be careful if you are going out to shovel. If you are a person of a certain age like myself, make sure you are careful and let somebody know that you're going to be out there so you don't end up just laying in the curb in a ditch freezing to death. There's a happy note to say, have a lovely weekend. We will talk to you on Monday. Wisconsin's Afternoon News is next. See ya.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
The largest industrial trade show in Wisconsin is the PFMA Plant Engineering and Maintenance Expo. Industrial professionals in charge of facility management and maintenance, purchasing, or manufacturing will save time learning about important advances all under one roof.
Skip the show day lines and go to pfmainc.com for fast and free pre-registration. The PFMA Expo. Free with free parking. February 19th and 20th at Washington County Fair Park in West Bend.
James Imaging Systems, local support, local accountability, local business technology representatives. Listen to Matheson Manufacturing President Al Leidinger.
She still checks in to see how things are going and if we need anything, so I really do appreciate that from a customer service standpoint.
Michael Quizan, IT Systems Administrator at Great Midwest Bank, discovered the benefits of working with the local team at James.
Our costs from supplies perspective went down. I mean, we're talking about thousands in a year. So we saved a lot of money by bringing James Imaging on.